So my halberd is now +9. And it requires a white titanite slab to upgrade anymore. So it's going to be stuck where it is for a while. But now what we are going to do is go and fight ghosts. Yep, it's time to go all Ghostbuster on this place. Now this part can be extremely hard unless you have the covetous gold serpent ring. So the ghosts here cannot be hurt unless you're cursed. So you got these transient curses that curse you for a limited period of time. And when you start out, you've only got 2 of these things that you found. Buying more costs a lot of money. Well, not a lot, but it does cost... I forget the exact amount. Point is, you don't want to have to go and buy more. But if you equip the covetous gold serpent ring, the ghosts will drop enough of them that you can always just keep going. Oh, I hate walking across bridges like this. I always think that I'm gonna fall. I'm probably gonna want the elite knight armor. I don't want my defense to be too low. God, that attack really sucks. Yes, now we're doing some good damage. I think this guy has 2 more transient curses. So, funny thing, we're gonna drain this place, and then the area where you're supposed to be is right down there. So, if you're ever coming back after you've drained the place, that's a shortcut right there. Jumping down. I believe the game has a built-in shortcut, like an elevator. Oh. But I never use it because it's just not in a very nice spot. Yep, right there is the elevator. So you try to pull that, nothing happens, because the area is flooded, so the elevator can't work. You see that chest over there? That's where we're trying to get. But it's going to take a great deal of running around to get over there. Oh, come on, there we go. Parrying dagger. I forget what that does. I would guess that it has something to do with parrying. Probably makes it easier to do counters. This is also another sort of shortcut. We were just over there, and you can kind of jump down here and jump onto that ledge and climb up the ladder. skip the ghost above us. I'm not going down there though. It's tedious to fight there. There are a bunch of ghosts and there's really nothing of value. Somebody died here. And it's actually not hard to tell why. This part is so annoying. Luckily, I've got a Halberd with that huge AoE move. I've been talking about from the very beginning how much I love the moveset. There's a big reason why. Alright, you come down here. I'm not fighting you when you're... Why are you way up there? Get down here. You undead asshole. And here we've got a special type who does a scream maneuver. And I'm not really sure what the scream does. Mostly because every time I'm in here, I'm too focused on killing all the ghosts. You always get hit by those two guys when you're going up here. There's no way to get them. Hey, wizard dude. What's up?
Well, this is a surprise. I get few visitors. Save for ghosts. You have the Lord Vessel.
Yep.
Very impressive.
I'm a
I
badass.
know exactly what your intentions are. You seek the four kings whom I guard over. This is the key to the seal. The four kings slumber in the deepest chamber of the ruins. Use this key to break the seal and open the floodgates. Oh, and do not forget, the dark wraiths reside in a dark void called the Abyss. But the Abyss is no place for ordinary mortals. Although, long ago, the knight Artorias traversed the Abyss. If you can find him and learn from him, the Abyss may prove surmountable.
So this part was freaking confusing when I first got here.
The key to the...
Let's see. He can break curses, which is nice. You can also purchase transient curses from him. See, they're 1,000. And there's a resist curse spell. I don't know that I really need any of these. Got 5. So the first time I found this guy, he's like, I know what your mission is. And I'm like, good, because I have no clue. You seek the four kings. Really? I do? And he's like, open the floodgates and beware the dark wraiths. What are dark wraiths? They traverse the abyss. What the hell's the abyss? You'll have to go to the abyss. What the hell is the abyss? Knight Artorias traversed the abyss. Maybe he can help you. What the hell's a Knight Artorias? Yeah. So, a long time ago, there was a big problem in this area called the Abyss, which was basically eating the world. And the Knight Artorias is one of the 4 best knights of Lord Gwyn. The Knight Artorias defeated the Abyss, or at least that's what history says. You'll see differently later. And so we've got to get, before we can fight in the Abyss, fight the four kings, we have to get a ring that the Knight Artorias had. Have I mentioned who the four kings are? The four kings were 4 very respected noblemen. They were kings of the human city of New Londo, right here. They were, however, tempted by the serpent. Is it Keith? Kath? Kath? I think it's Kath. They were tempted by another serpent, similar to Frampt, the Kingseeker. And they were given the ability to drain humanity from people. I don't like any of that. So they made this group of people called the Dark Wraiths, who went around draining life from people, so that they could accumulate humanity and become more powerful. A group of 3 wizards, one of which is the guy I just talked to in the red robe, 3 wizards decided to stop them and flooded the city, killing everyone. We're about to unflood it. You actually find out what happened to all 3 of the mages. One of them is here, watching over the city. One of them went to the depths of in Blighttown, the poison place, and you can find their armor there. They went there to try and cure the blight. Obviously, they failed. The last guy is a friend of Lautrec, the Golden Knight. If you go through the whole quest where you invade his world, he has 2 friends with him, and one of them is in the armor of those red wizards. So that's what happened to those guys. Now we get to go and fight Dark Wraiths! Yay! You can actually join their faction. But to do so, you have to never talk to Frampt. So it's actually already too late for me to do that. There's one up there. These guys are pretty cool. They look like Skeletor. Oh, did I just kill him in one hit? Nice. They look like Skeletor and they have weird energy shields. You can get one of those. It blocks 80% of all damage. So it's better than usual for blocking things like magic, lightning, and fire. But it's worse than usual for things like physical. So I never really use it. It does have a nice advantage in that it only weighs half of a pound. So for really low equipment loads, it's pretty good. Oh, silly me, I still got the lantern equipped. I want my... no, not the composite bow. Longbow. This area has a rather powerful enemy who does not respawn, so I'm going to be pretty careful about drawing these guys so that I can fight that enemy on his own. Let's see if I can parry this guy. Nope. Oh, parrying's so hard. Well, it's not super hard, but the problem is that you have to memorize the pattern for each enemy. This guy spits out those skulls that explode. He can draw a spear out of his mouth, and he tries to shoot that goo onto you. If the goo hits you, it drops the durability of your items by like over half. It's really pretty insane. Oh geez. That's the life drain right there. He tries to suck out your humanity. Let's see, I think there's one ghost up here, which is really annoying because by this point, all of your transient curses have worn off. And then they dump one ghost. Am I thinking of a different part? I might be. And here's that treasure chest I pointed out earlier. Come around full circle, we were once on the other side there. And that is the... Where does that item go? Yeah. That is the very large ember, which using Titanite chunks allows you to get up to plus 15 normal. Let's see. I'm going to kill a couple more of these dark wraiths, hope they drop some large Titanite chunks. It can be fun to try and do the parry, but the problem is that if you miss the parry, they hit you with all 4 of their attacks. So you're screwed. Let's see. Yep, so let's give this I'm not going to leave the 22,000 souls down there, I'm going to go get them. But first, I'm going to come here. Give the ember to Andre.
Well, I'll be. That's a brilliant ember you've got there. For all my years in the trade, that might be the finest. How's about it? You leave that ember with me. I'm just an old smith. I'd give my left arm for a gem like that. Well, thank you mightily for that. Now, just leave the rest to me. Andre of Astora gets the job done, you shall see.
So now we can modify the scythe, the halberd, and the spider shield to plus 11. Ooh, and the scaling actually goes up for the scythe. It looks like the scaling goes up slightly for the halberd.
I'll be seeing you then. Be careful.
Let's use, yeah.
Well,
You only need the blacksmith for the first upgrade. Ooh, which one do I want? I really like the gargoyle halberd, but scaling, I don't know. Yeah, sure, let's just do that one.
I'll get you.
It's gonna take quite a few Titanite chunks to get everything upgraded. So I'm gonna have to go back down. And mess with the dark wraiths. Farm them for a while. Oh, hey, jerk. You know what? You are no longer impressive. And you're going to pay for when you killed me that one time. Yeah, I'm just going to show you where I usually go when I'm going to save up for large Titanite shards. Oh yeah, these guys are great farming for moss. For removing poisons and toxins. But I wouldn't advise farming them until you've got the covetous gold serpent ring. That just makes all farming easier. The best place that I have found for the Titanite chunk farming is way down here. Where we fought a Black Knight there. Alright. Huh. Somebody had to use a miracle right there. So, if you save at that bonfire, then you can just use... You can just go down this elevator here. You run across the bridge with all the dragons. Sometimes you get hit, but it's very rare that you get hit enough to kill you. The only problem I ever run into is that sometimes one of them will swing their wing or tail in such a way that it blocks your running. And then you're in trouble. But they never come up here where the Dark Wraiths are. I wonder if that's a choice because the pathing would then be bad, or because they didn't want you to have to fight a dragon and a Dark Wraith at the same time. Yeah, there's the shield. I'm guessing it's just a pathing problem. It looks like they got up here this time. But they can't get in here. So, where is it? Yeah. That's the shield that they use. I don't think it can be upgraded in any way. It's got really low stability. Only 30. So it blocks magic, fire, and lightning really well, blocks physical really bad. And there's no stability, so I never use it. Ah, good. Titanite chunks. I think this guy triggers first. He sees you. The guy on the left does not. Yeah, I'm done trying to parry these guys. Because when they do that attack animation, you just take way too much damage if you miss your parry. Oh, somebody else used a miracle there. These guys don't turn very fast. Ah, that's a problem. When you keep getting Dark Hands when you want Titanite chunks. Come on, buddy. I don't want to fight you on that bridge. That strikes me as just irresponsible. Oh, that was a failed backstab. Halberd is actually oh, jeez. A Titanite slab, that is rare. Not only is it rare, but it's going to let me get one of my normal weapons to plus 15. That's going to be awesome. Funny thing, that guy there had cracked red eye orbs. Those are what you use for invading people. So an item for invading people is down here with the Dark Wraiths who invade people and steal their humanity. I always thought that was a nice touch. The game is very consistent within its own mythos. I think this is a Ring of Sacrifice? No. Soul of a Proud Knight. Good. That's awesome. Need one of those. This part kind of sucks. Because you've got one of those big blob monsters. I believe there are only 2 of them in the entire game. That is some range. Ghosts. Yeah, there are 2 ghosts in there. Gotta use a transient curse if I want to fight them. But first, see if we can kill this guy without him spitting on me, because I don't want to have to repair all my items. Ugh. Yeah, this part is just 2 ghosts, giant blob monster, and 2 dark wraiths. The other one's right behind me. I knew he was right behind me and I still turned my back to him. That's what we call intelligent. Alright. 1 down. You're invincible, by the way, when you do that backstab. That's why his attack didn't hit me. So what have we got in here? More Titanite chunks. This is turning out very nice. And there's one less guy over here. Come on, come on. Gotta get you into an open area. You don't have to block, I'm not shooting anything. But I would advise blocking that. I might backstab you in your left arm. So, when you are in human form, there's a summon sign around here for the Witch Beatrice, but it's only there if you used her to fight the Moonlight Butterfly. If not, she doesn't show up. And that right there is the door to the Four Kings. You go in there, you go down a large staircase, and then you drop down a hole. If you're wearing the ring of the Knight Artoris, then you fall into a big area made of nothing. It's just completely black, and you fight the Four Kings. If you don't have the ring, what happens is you fall and die. So I do not have the ring, so I am not going to go down in there. What I am going to do is farm Dark Wraiths for a bit. Ah, those stupid items. You know, I should sell some of these. Or have the snake monster eat them. That'd probably be the best thing to do. Yeah, I don't need any of those. So yeah, I'm going to go and farm large Titanite chunks, which I can use to upgrade both the Gargoyle Halberd and the Scythe, wherever that is, as well as my armor. Yeah, Titanite chunks. I can now get my armor up to +9. At +9, do you need... Yeah, at +9 I think you need a Titanite slab. So upgrading all of your armor, all 4 pieces of armor, and your weapon takes 5 slabs, and you usually see very few slabs per run. That's quite a feat to get them all upgraded. So yeah, just gonna farm a bit, and as soon as I've got my weapons and armor upgraded to an acceptable level, then we're going to go and get the 4 Lord Souls. Or go to the expansions content, the Prepare to Die editions extra content. One or the other. I'll think about it.